was last year, wasn't it? So just talk me through your injury first of all.
So end of October last year, playing rugby, I fractured 3 vertebrae in my spine and I ruptured all the tendons in between. So it meant that I was obviously out for a long time. It's been 8 months since I played. Obviously the rehab was a really long process where it was really stop-start, you know, waiting for scans to come back and whatnot. Ultimately it meant that 3 months I missed the whole pre-season, the whole 3 months I wasn't able to train or anything. So obviously it took however many MRIs and, you know, consultations with specialists to get the all clear to get my rehab back and yeah.
And as obviously on your first year of the under-18s here at Leeds, to be offered that opportunity and be so ready to be playing in your first year as an academy player, to then have that knockback, what were the emotions like at that time?
Yeah, it's far from ideal. Obviously going into the pre-season, I trained all the way during the off-season and I were really ready for season ahead, but you know, things happen, it's part and parcel of being a rugby player, you know, you're picking up injuries and you're going to have setbacks, but it is how it is really. And obviously obviously going into the season especially, obviously I thought I had a lot to prove, or I wanted to prove a lot to a lot of the coaches, a lot of the staff, that I wanted to be one of the top players within the squad. But obviously it obviously set you back a lot way that I just had to get back in these 8 months I've been out. And
so what's that process look like if you're coming back? How's the staff mainly been here at the Rhinos, and how's the club really supported you during the last 3 months or so?
Yeah, the club's been ace with me. They've been brilliant for me. They've looked after me really well, both mentally and physically. Always, you know, just keeping in a good check on me. All the coaches have been great with my rehab. They've been really cautious with it, making sure it's 110%, rather than, you know, being a bit here, there and everywhere with it. They've just been making sure it's definitely correct and definitely all right for me to return to play. And like I said, it's been a slow process, but it's been building, and I'm there now, and I'm just ready to. Obviously, getting that 20 minutes on the weekend were massive for me, but I just to build back on it now and obviously build on what I've done.
And obviously, it can be quite lonely doing a bit of rehab and sort of to keep yourself in that positive mindset to keep going. When you look at the S&C guys and Molly, who's our sports science for the academy, you know, how have they really helped, you know, keep you on the straight and narrow and make sure that you could play on Friday? Yeah,
it's obviously like it has been difficult. Like you said, some training sessions you didn't want to be there because you're away from the team and you stood by yourself. You are on your own at that point in time. But all the coaches are always, and the head of youth like John spent a lot of time with me, made a lot of time for me to get back playing. Molly, you know, and all the S&C coaches, Tom and Cleggy, they've been ace with me as well, just checking in on me, making sure like all my programs are set together at the right time. And just everyone in general were really supportive of me, and obviously the boys as well. They obviously like getting that round of applause when obviously the team got named was a nice touch. It obviously meant quite a lot to me to have that recognition of that I'm back, and that having the boys that, you know, they were there supporting me as well.
And on a bit more of a positive note, you got a decent spell under your belt against the Giants. How did you find that the game went from your perspective coming off the bench?
Yeah, like I said to Casper, our coach, I just wanted to grow into the game. I wasn't out there to do anything fancy or make a massive scene of it. I just wanted to do my job and do my role within the squad and make sure I did that, and I think I did. I think I did what I wanted to do, go out there and do.
And what are your sort of aims looking at, because we've got a nice block of games coming up now. We've got Cass in a week's time, and then on to 3 more games before we then end the season, just at the end of August. What are your sort of aims over the next few games? Where do you sort of want to be by the end of what is now your first
year?
Obviously,
I want to play as much as I can. I want to play every game. That's my aim. I want to be a regular within the squad. Obviously, like I said, that game against Huddersfield was just the start of it. That was just getting ready for what's going to come, and it is a long process as a young kid coming through, but I just want to play as much as I can, learn every session and get better.
And when you look at sort of the younger lads that have been really put into the limelight this season and really stood up, you know, a lot of them being obviously in your year of both the academy, and you've all played together in the scholarship too. Does that give you a bit of confidence as well that Casper's looking at giving you guys chances, and that there is a lot of talent in our academy?
Yeah, we're really lucky to have such a good team, and obviously, like I say, my age group, especially what I've come through with, we've all got, we're all good players in our own right, and I'm really happy for them boys that have done really well and been in the limelight. They're my mates at the end of the day as well as my teammates, so you're happy for them, and it does spur you on a bit more because you want it as well. And obviously I do want that, but I'm not rushing towards it. I trust the process, and that I have had 8 months out, so I'm not rushing into wanting more and more. Obviously I do want that, but that's long term rather than short term.